Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Jen, did you get in on any runs?
I did, yeah, I did, what did I do?
What did I do?
I did one yesterday. It was just under 5K.
Oh, nice.
The cottage, I'm on Snake Island on Lake Simcoe.
Oh, yeah, my parents' house is across from Snake Island. I think we
Oh, okay. So that's almost 5K. It's like 4.6 or something.
To do the whole island?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And then I did one during the week too. What was the one you had?
5K run day?
Yes. Yeah. The global run. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I did that one too. It was good.
That was my best time, actually, the global run day.
So hard now. But I'd rather that than be cold.
I like the feeling at the end when I'm all sweaty, though.
Yeah, I'm the queen of like the last kilometer being able to pick up the pace because I'm like, I'm almost done.
Yes. Yeah, my third kilometer, when I do 5K, my third is the slowest.
Yeah. The first is always a little bit too fast. And you're like, wait, I can't maintain this.
Yeah. I think that's why I find intervals hard, because like I just do free run. So
yeah, definitely. There's a big difference between like sprint intervals and pacing. Like you would have to pace a 400 meters, but like this week we did 100 meters and you can't pace those. That's not by any means something you would be able to pace. Someone messaged me and they're like, I couldn't pace it. I was like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I kept dying off and I'm like, I think that's the point. Good.
I'm covered in mosquito bites from this weekend.
Oh, I know, they're getting so bad. They're getting really bad.
Lying pull down. Should I be using my bar for that?
No, just a band.
Man.
But you have to be able to tie it like about head height behind your head.
Mm.
Or on a doorknob works if you trust your doors.
What about a basement post?
You can also do it from the top down. So instead of doing a length version, let me show this a little bit better. You would tie it to like a top anchor and then pull down with arms straight. It's essentially.
Don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Or you can do bent over rows.
That's probably what it will be.
I find some of the at-home movements are still like questionable.
Well,
Morning, Paul.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Monday, it's nice out. We're working out. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Same old, same old. Trying to stay sane.
Party time. We'll give it a couple more minutes, guys. As you set up, you need something to do sumo deadlifts with. So whether it's a backpack, a barbell, a kettlebell, a dumbbell, the edge of the couch also work. You might want a mat for your hollow hold. You need either a band or a set of dumbbells for your lying pull downs or your bent over rows. I'll show you what those look like once we get going. And then your last movement is just bodybuilders or burpees, so you need space.
All right.
If you guys need any notifications, let me know. Now I want it for you. Good morning, Laura. Give it like another 30 seconds and we'll get going. Yeah, we're good.
I'm so sore today from Saturday's workout.
Saturday's workout?
Yeah, I'm so sore.
The partner one?
Yeah.
Oof.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like there's people who do the FML Friday, they do the Saturday partner workout, and then they do Saturday Sunday. And I'm like, you need to chill.
Well, I was planning on doing nothing yesterday, but I ended up going for a run at night because yesterday was a day of pasta, and I was like,
Same here.
I need to run this off. Pasta Sundays.
All right, guys, let's go. All right, here is your workout today. If you did do some of the long conditioning workouts from the weekend, this is a nice little break. You've got 20 minutes to accumulate, so it's not going to tell you how many rounds you have to get through. You're going to work at your own speed, your own pace for quality. So this by no means is rushing through it. You should barely be out of breath while you do this until the last movement. So I'll explain that after. So accumulate sets for quality. You have 5 sumo deadlifts. So that's taking the deadlift stance wide and bringing the hands on the inside. You can use a barbell. You can use a kettlebell. You can use dumbbells. You can use a backpack. You can really use anything as long as your back stays tight. And we'll go over all the movements after the warm-up. You've got a 15-second hollow hold or L sit. Either of those, just core holds. Then you've got 12 lying pull downs. We'll go over those. If you don't have a band, change that immediately to a bent over row instead. Or if you can do pull-ups, you can do pull-ups. And then your last movement is 8 bodybuilders or 8 burpees as fast as possible. So all of those movements except for the last one, they don't want you to lose your breath. It should be slow and controlled. And then the last one, they want you to absolutely destroy and do those 8 burpees in like under 25 seconds. All right. Then you recover, you go back to the beginning, you do it all over again. So it's pretty much an AMRAP without the pace of an AMRAP. Questions on that?
Yeah, the only thing I can't do is the banded lying pull downs is what Michelle has me programmed for. I don't know what to use for that.
What did she program?
Nothing. She just said 15 banded lying pull down.
No. You don't have a band?
No.
Switch it to a bent over.
Bent over row?
Yeah.
With my with my barbell, my 65-pound barbell.
I feel like we have this conversation a lot.
I need different weights.
Yeah.
5 pounds can't be for everything.
If you want to mix it up, go underhand, so palms facing out, and go a little lighter.
I can't even go lighter because I've got 125 and 115 and 110.
Oh yeah, then keep palms in. All right. Any other questions before we get going? All right. Let's begin with the warm-up, guys. Take a plank position on the ground. I'm going to mute you all. And I'm going to spotlight myself, which I think I did. Hey. All right. Let's hit our Spider-Man stretch. So hands down on the ground, feet back behind you. One leg comes to the outside of those hands. Good. Actively push your hips forward, push that front knee out. You can drop your back knee down to the ground. You don't really need to keep it extended. So from here, we're going to go into the world's greatest stretch. You're going to take that inside elbow as low to the ground as you can get it, and then reach up and squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening the chest towards that front leg. Yeah. Drop the elbow. Reach up. You're going to go 10 times and then switch sides for me. Don't rush through it. Really try to open that chest towards the front knee and get that hand up to the ceiling. Nice, guys. Keep actively pushing your hips forward. Once you're done 10, switch out to the other side. Good. And then once you're done, just onto your hands and knees. Good. All right. From your hands and knees, you're going to bring your knees right together underneath your hips. Shoulders are stacked over wrists. And then from here, you're just going to drop your hips side to side as low as you can, keeping both knees on the ground. Just kind of wiggle them back and forth. Feel a little bit of a pull through that bottom hip when you drop it down. Good. Bring the knees apart so they're just as wide as your hips. Let's go into that cat-cow stretch. So pull the chest through, arching through the back, and then punch it up to the ceiling, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Slow and controlled, you're gonna go 5 per direction. Really tuck the chin as you draw your back up to the ceiling. And then you can kind of wiggle side to side so you hit your lats even more in both positions. If you just turn a little bit, it feels kind of nice. 5 per direction. Good. Nice, guys. All right, from here, let's go for some hip circles. You're gonna take that knee back behind you, extending your leg, drawing out to the side, coming all the way back through. You're gonna go 5 hip circles forward, 5 hip circles backwards, and then switch sides. Really try to keep your back nice and flat like a tabletop. Don't open up to the side as you lift that knee. So everything stays square. The only thing moving is that knee. Nice, guys, good. Yeah. Nice, guys. Once you're done, you can take your hands off the ground. Just go to a kneeling position. Cool. All right, we're gonna do some shoulder cars. You're gonna take one hand, you're gonna put it out directly in front of you. From here, the focus is hitting on the 4 corners of the range of motion on your shoulder. So I'm gonna draw my shoulder forward as far as possible. I'm gonna go up as high as possible, then back as far as possible, and then down. So we're really trying to make it not a circle, but 4-corner square. Forward, up, back, down. You're gonna go 5 circles, 5 squares, and then switch directions. Really reach it up, back as far as possible, hitting the limits on your range of motion. Really good shoulder prep if you're ever doing any overhead or upper body pull push exercises. There's a bee. Once you're done 5, you're gonna switch directions. One direction is gonna feel way more natural than the other, and that's okay. And then once you're done, switch hands, go the other way. And then switch directions. Nice, guys. Once you're done both hands, stand up. No rush. All right. Holding on to the wall or freestanding, completely up to you. We're gonna go leg swings. Kick the leg up. I'm not super worried about that kick back behind you. Just kind of drop it back down after. You're gonna go 10 reps on one leg and then 10 reps on the other leg. Just let it naturally fall from the kick. So you're going 10, switch out to your other leg. Okay, guys. From there, we're gonna hit some sumo squats. So super wide stance, as long as the knees can still track out over your shins, you're in a good position. Send the hips back behind you. Keep the chest up nice and tall. 10 sumo squats. Push those knees out over the shins. Don't let them cave in. Nice, guys. We're gonna go for a split stance. Yeah, beast stance, deadlift, or good morning, whatever you wanna call it. Bring one foot slightly behind your front heel, bend through the knees so they're just a little bit soft. Make sure you're tracking over the middle toe. Send the hip back behind you in a hinge so you feel your hamstrings activate, and then drive back through. You'll feel it mostly in that front leg. We're gonna go 10 reps before you switch sides. Watching where that front knee is tracking. If it's caving in, you're not gonna activate your hamstrings and glutes like you want to. Nice, guys. Keeping the back nice and flat, shoulders back. Once you're done 10, switch out to the other leg. Nice, team. Good. All right. We're going to go for some side lunges. On these, there's two different options that you can do. One's going to be a little bit easier on your hips if they're quite a bit tighter. So starting from a standing position, you're going to take the leg out to the side. That leg is going to transfer weight into it. So you're going to lunge back, your hips behind it, then draw back to the middle. If your hips are super tight, don't go right to the side. You can actually go on a back angle, and it's going to be quite a bit easier on the hips, and then hit the other side. You're gonna alternate 5 per side, 10 total. Out to the side, that leg takes the weight, draw back to the middle. Other side, if it's really tight, hit that back angle. Not really concerned about how low you get, just as long as you can feel that little bit of opening through your inside of your hips. Come on, boss. Nice, guys. Cool. All right, last movement, and then we're gonna get into the workout movements. Going for a wide stance, hands out to the side. You're gonna hinge your hip back, touch your opposite hand to foot, come back up to the top, other side, 5 per side, 10 total. Really hinge that hip back. Yeah. All right, let's start warming up the movements that we are doing for our Metcon today. First one is gonna be any implement sumo deadlift that your heart desires. Rules of the sumo deadlift. Similar to the squat we just practiced, you're gonna go for a wide stance. How you determine your wide stance. If you go super wide and you send your hips back behind you and your knees cannot track over your ankles, it's too wide. So bring it a little bit in. Same thing with narrow to wide. If you're drawing in and your knees are able to track out, then it's not wide enough. So you're gonna find that nice middle ground where you send those hips back and your knees hit right over the shins, all right? Making sure even as you get tired, this does not turn into a squat, because 90% of the time it does. So we grip the floor with our feet, turning it apart like you're opening a jam jar. You feel your glutes activate, your hamstrings activate. If you're holding a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a barbell, hands are on the inside, shoulders are back. We draw our hips back behind us. Once we pass our knees, we get a little more dip through them, and then we drive back up to the top again. Making sure we're not initiating the knees and hips at the same time, so it ends up a squat. The hips go back first, and then a slight bend in the knees to get to the ground. Show me 3 reps of whatever you're doing for your sumo deadlifts, guys. Good. Mark, keep the chest taller as you drop down into it. So think less about dropping forward and more about hips back, chest tall. Yeah, there you go. Good, Laura, push the knees out. Yeah, there you go. Cool, guys. All right, second movement you're gonna be doing is gonna be either a hollow hold or an L sit. Unless you have a pull-up bar, you are all doing a hollow hold. So laying down on the ground, making sure our lower back is making contact, shoulders lifted. Easier option if your core cannot take the pressure of both legs out, just bend one knee and pull one leg straight. But otherwise, you're gonna bend both knees a little bit further or fully extend. Give me like a 5-second hold. Nice, guys. Shoulders off the ground, no space in the lower back, and you're just gonna hold this position. Perfect. All right. Next movement. This is where it gets a little complicated depending on what you have in terms of equipment. If you have a band and you are going to be doing lying pull downs, here's what they look like. You wanna put it about head height. You're gonna lay in front of it. You're gonna start with tension. Arms are about armpit width apart, I guess. From there, you're gonna pull that band tight so you have tension. You're gonna pull your chest through so your lats are activated, and then you pull straight down and then come back up to the top again. You'll feel it pull right into those lats. If that is not an option, but you do have a top anchor, then you can do the exact same thing from a standing position. The band anchors up top, you start with tension, hips are a little bit back behind you for a straight back, you pull straight down, activating those lats, and then you draw back up to the top again. If neither of those are an option, then you can take it to a bent over row. So that's where we bend the knees, send the hips back. We either have double kettlebell or double dumbbell. We pull up, we draw back, or if you have a barbell, palms facing in, same thing. One of those 4 options make me happy. Do 3 reps. Nice, Mark. Paul, change your grip so your palms are facing in towards each other. Yeah, that's the one I want. Good. Nice, Katie. Good. Mark, if you're gonna do it from standing, keep the arms straight the whole time. Yeah, there you go. Nice, guys. Yeah, Jen, perfect. As long as it does not move on you. Cool. All right, last movement, guys. You've got your bodybuilders or your burpees. This is the one where you have to go all out, max effort, out of breath. You only have to give me 2 right now. So bodybuilder just means you're not doing that push-up position. Hands go down, feet back in, stand up, or you're going full burpee all the way down, all the way up. Jump and clap with excitement. 2 reps. Let's go. Good, good. All right, I'm going to unmute you guys. Bum, bum, bum. Unless you muted yourself, which I think you all did. All right, if you muted yourself and you need to ask me questions, ask me all the questions now.
Michelle gave me bodybuilders, but I think I could do burpees. I think she maybe put that because of my shoulder issues, but I've been doing them, so I'm gonna do these.
If you want to do it, and then if it doesn't feel comfortable, change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably did it more because she just didn't want to put more pressure. But if you're feeling confident about how your shoulder's been reacting lately, then you can try it. Just do less reps.
I did like 100 of them on Saturday, so you know.
You really tested the waters, Laura.
Yeah, just jumped into that one. Hands free.
Any others, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Nothing. All right. So we are going to put a 20-minute clock up. Don't worry about speed. Just go through the motions. You've got 5 sumo deadlifts. You've got 15 to 30 seconds of the hollow hold, depending how you feel about it. You've got 12 laying pull downs, bent over rows, whatever you're doing to activate those lats. And then you've got 8 bodybuilders or burpees.
Sorry, I have here 5 barbell SLB stance.
So the B stance is what we did in the warm-up, where she
That's-
went split stance. So she just wants you to go for more of a Romanian than a sumo.
Oh,
You can do either.
is like one better for something than the other?
Not the B stance is going to be a little more hamstring activating. The sumo will be more hips.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you 1 minute. I'll mute you so you can turn on some music, grab water, and then we'll start. Yeah, Laura, you can really do either.
I did tell her I want to make my butt thicker, so maybe that's why.
Should do a B stance. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, the B stance, it's the same as like a single leg deadlift. It's going to be a lot more glutes.
Okay.
$30 guys. Remember, no need to rush through it. Just move at your own pace. If you're finding the weight you have isn't heavy enough for those 5 reps, take it a little bit slower. Adding in that tempo will make it naturally harder. So like take like 5 seconds to hit that bottom position. 15 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sumo deadlifts. Knees out, grip your feet into the floor. Send those hips back before the knees bend. Nice, Paul. Yeah, Laura, good. Katie, you don't have to high pull, but if you want to, you keep doing you. Nice, Mark, good. You don't have to drop your hips that low. Keep it above your knees. Yeah, right there, good. And then up. Good, and then into your hollow hold. 15 to 30 seconds. Nice. Slower on those lying pull downs, Jen. Good. With the band, making sure we're holding that bottom position. So when your hands are at your side for like 1 or 2 seconds. And then with the bent over rows, holding that top position with our elbows behind us for 1 or 2 seconds. From your rows, you've got those 8 burpees as fast as you can possibly do them. Nice, Paul. That's it, Jen. Good job, guys. Good. And then you just go back to the beginning and do it all over again for 20 minutes. Hey now. I'll do it with you. Okay, guys, keeping the shoulders back on those deadlifts. It's not the main focus, but it's always important. Good, guys. That's it, guys. Good work. Good job, guys. 10 minutes in, halfway. Remember, if you're not feeling the activation that you want, slow it down. Nice, guys. Let's go. You got like 2 more rounds, maybe 3. Good job, guys. Okay. Paul, pull those dumbbells up to the bottom of like your belly button instead of your armpits. Yeah, there you go. Less squat, Jen, more hinge. There you go. Keep it up, guys. Ten seconds. 2, 1, time. Finish up however many reps you've got. Then you're gold. Nice, guys. All right, happy, good little Monday workout. That was like a little bit sweatier than I expected, but it was nice. Good pace. All right, let's do a little bit of a shoulder rehab stretch, and then I'll let you guys continue your day. So you're gonna lay down on the ground. You're gonna go one arm straight out to the side from your shoulder, and your other arm is gonna be bent. You're gonna push through your bent arm palm and roll on top of your straight arm. Yeah, so laying on your front, one arm straight, one arm bent, push through the bent arm, keep pressure, and then try and open up that chest as much as possible. Just hold it here for a little bit. Good. Roll back on that chest, but don't switch arms. You're gonna keep the same arm straight, but go a little bit higher than your shoulder. And then roll back on top of it again. Same arm, just a little bit higher. Roll back on that chest. Let's go other side. Bent arm, other arm straight, straight up from the shoulder. Roll on top of it. We do the first one to kind of ease into it. No shock. Roll back on that chest. Take that arm a little bit higher. Roll on top of it again. Yeah, guys. All right. I've got one more stretch for you, but this one you'll have to do later on your own because I don't have an actual door frame. But to activate those lats and to really open them up, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to go one arm bottom or inside arm under. Top arm goes over top. Cross your outside leg in front of your inside leg. And then really lean away. You'll feel a really big stretch through that lat right underneath your armpit if you just lean away from it and really apply pressure. You want to hold it there for like 30 seconds aside. Yeah. So inside hand goes under, outside hand goes over, cross the outside foot over, and then just lean away. And you can do both sides, like 30 seconds aside. And it'll feel oh so good. Boom. All right, guys, questions, comments, concerns, stretches.
That was great.
I'm glad you like it, Paul. I miss you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I had been doing 6:30 or 6 a.m. rather.
I was like, they didn't tell me about the 6:30 class. I'm
No,
teaching 6 a.m.
no, yoga tomorrow is 6:30. But no, I've been doing 6 a.m. But I decided to switch it up.
Nice. Little Monday break.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll see you Wednesday at 6 a.m.
Probably not, no.
Honesty, I like it.
That was great, Shelby. Thank you.
No problem. Have a great day.
Thank
you. Yeah.
Good day, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Shelby. Take care.
No problem. See you later.
See you next time.